following is a class on Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 33, Text 18 and 19, given by His Divine Grace Srila Govinda Swami Maharaj, recorded on the 5th of November 1990 at New Govardhana Farming Community, Moranbah, Australia.
Niyamakalpatargalitam phalam sukamukhaadamritadravasanyutam Pivato bhagavatam rasamalayam muhuraho rasika bhuvibhavuga Anarthopasamam sakhyat bhakti jogam adhukyadi Lokasya janato vidvansakri sattata sanghitang Jasyang vaisriyamanayang krishni paramapurushe Bhakti rutpadyati punsa sokamoho bhayapaha Srimad Bhagavatam Puranam Amalam Jad Vaisnavanam Priyam Jasmin Paramahansamekam Amalam Jnanam Param Giyate Tatra Jnano Viraga Bhakti Saitam Naiskarmya Mahavishkrutam Tatshunan Supatan Vicharana Paro Bhaktya Vimuche Nara Arthoyam Brahma Sutranam Bharatartho Vininnayo Gayatri Bhasyarupaso Vedartho Paribhrunita Sarva Vediti Hasanam Saram Saram Samudrutam Sarva Vedanta Saram Ye Srimad Bhagavatam Isyati Tadrasam Tatruptasyo Nanyatro Sedrati Kuchit Chari Veda Upanishade Jata Kichu Hoy Tar Ortholo Yan Vyasa Korilo Sanchoy Jai Sutre Jai Ruk Vishaya Vachana Bhagavati Sei Ruk Shloka Nibandhana জীবের নিস্তার লাগি সূত্র কইল ব্যাস মায়াবাদী ভাষ্য শুনিলে হয় সর্বনাশ যাও ভাগবত পড়ো বৈষ্ণবের স্থানে একান্ত আশ্রয় করো চৈতন্য চরণে ভাগবত যে না মানে সে যবন সম তার শাস্তা আছে জন্মে জন্মে প্রভু যম এভরি ডে উই chant this before reading Srimad Bhagavatam. This is the glorification of Srimad Bhagavatam, Mahima Jnapana. Glorification of Srimad Bhagavatam. Krishna Tulya Bhagavata Vibhu Sarvasraya. Prati Shloki Prati Akhyuri Nanartha hoy. Is as good as Krishna, is not different from Krishna. As Krishna is to be glorified, Srimad Bhagavatam is to be glorified. And Krishna has his mercy, Srimad Bhagavatam has also his mercy. Sadhu Krupa, Krishna Krupa, Grhastha Krupa. It said Grhastha Krupa. Grhastha, scripture, Vedic scripture, especially essence of all Vedic scripture, Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam has his krupa, his mercy. Sadhu Shastra Krupare, Krishna Unmukha hoy. Sadhu Shastra Krupa, Sadhu Krupa, Shastra Krupa. The mercy of Sadhu, Vaishnava, devotee, and mercy of Grhastha, Shastra, Grhastha. If somebody, some conditioned soul, comes to Krishna, Krishna Mukha hoy, Maya tare chade, then Maya will leave him. He will be able to conquer Maya. So, the Grhastha, especially Srimad Bhagavatam, has his krupa, his krupa. So, before reading Srimad Bhagavatam, we glorify Srimad Bhagavatam. As Krishna is to be glorified, Srimad Bhagavatam is to be glorified. Isn't it, Laguri Prabhu? Again, also, a Vaishnava, a devotee is to be also glorified. Vaishnava gunagan korile jiver tran suniyachi sadhu guru mukhe. Sadhu and guru. Sadhu, devotee, and guru, spiritual master, is all sadhu. I have heard it from the lips of sadhu and guru. If someone will glorify a Vaishnava, a pure Vaishnava, Mahabhagavata, the living entity or conditioned soul will be delivered. Get mercy, krupa, and very soon delivered. So, all. Krishna is to be glorified. Grhastha, especially Srimad Bhagavatam, is to be glorified. And Vaishnava, Sadhu, is also to be glorified. And especially, Krishna said that Name Bhakta Te Jana Je Me Bhakta. Mad bhaktanancha ji bhakta te ativa uttama. Krishna, who is directly my devotee, is not my devotee. Who is not my devotee. Na me bhaktati jana. Who is the devotee of my devotee? He is the best devotee. He is best devotee. Mad bhaktanancha ji bhakta. Bhaktottamaha. The servant of the servant of the servant of the servants. That is considered to be the best. And Krishna always glorifies his devotees. His devotees. Especially, and in Krishna Leela also you find how he has glorified the devotees and how things, that those are dear devotees, they are so very intimate to him, so dear. Na tathame priyatama atmajonir na sankaraha. Na sankarsana, na srir, naivatma. Jatha bhavan. 11th canto, Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna says this thing to Uddhava. Uddhava is a dear devotee of Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna says, Uddhava, you are so dear to me. Even Atmajoni, Brahma is not so dear. Sankara, Lord Shiva is not so dear. Atmajoni, the Sankara, then no Srir, even the Lakshmi Devi, goddess of Lakshmi, you see, goddess of fortune, Angasrita, who is always with Narayana, Supreme Lord, is not so dear to me. Atmajoni na sankaraha, na srir, naivatma. Even my soul, I myself is not so dear to me. Jatha bhavan, as you are dear to me. You see, this is the Krishna himself has said. To Uddhava. The devotees are so dear. So dear. Am bhakto paradhina swatantra vadija sadhu Grhastha hudar bhakter bhakta jana priya. 9th canto, Srimad Bhagavatam. Supreme Lord says to Durvasa Muni, though Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, supreme in all respect, he has supreme independence, still he says, Aham bhakto paradhina. I have no independence. I have no independence. I have subordinate to my bhakta, to my devotee. To my devotee. Sadhu Grhastha hudar bhakter bhakta jana priya. That sadhu, that devotee has occupied my heart. My heart doesn't belong to me. That bhakta, the devotee is so dear to me, he has occupied my heart. These are the statements of Supreme Lord. Sadhava hruday mayam, sadhunam hruday tvaham, madannatyena nanantinam tebhyo managapi. The sadhus are like my heart. They are like my heart. Sadhava hruday mayam, I am the heart of the sadhus. Madannatena dananti naham tebhyo managapi. They don't know anything else than I. I also don't know anything else than them. Such intimacy, very confidential intimacy between Bhakta and Bhagavan. Devotee is dear devotee and Supreme Lord. And in Krishna Leela also you will find that Krishna served devotees. Sudama Vipra, isn't it? Very poor Brahmin, went to Dwarka. How Krishna himself washed his feet. Washed and sprinkled the water, you see. Feet washing water. And Sudama Vipra was very, very poor, very, very poor. But great devotee, very dear devotee, friend. They were reading, taking education, Sandipani Muni's ashram. And Krishna, Balaram, and Brahmachari is reading, and Sudam Vipra is reading. So they were friends. And Rukmini Devi also saw that Krishna, her husband, serving poor Brahmin. She also took some of the that water, feet washing water. And Sudam Vipra went to see his friend Krishna in Dwarka because his wife pressed him. Go to Dwarka. Your friend Krishna is Dwarkadhisha, is king of Dwarka. So much opulent. So much opulence he had. We are so poor. Why don't you go to him? Beg some money. But Sudama thought of, Sudama understood it very well. Nothing to be begged from, asked for from Krishna. Na dhanam na janam na sundarim kavitamba jagadisha kamaye mama janmani janmaniswari bhavatad bhakti rahitu kitui. Mahaprabhu teaching, no wealth. Oh Jagadish, I don't ask for you any wealth, na dhanam, na janam, no material followers, no sundar stri, no beautiful woman to enjoy, I have no desire. Even I don't ask for liberation. Janmani, janmaniswari, bhavatad bhakti rahitu kitui. Only life after life, I will serve your lotus feet. Serve your lotus feet. Sadhu, Shastra, all say these things. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, great Vaishnavacharya, Mahajan also, he says, Prabhu tavo pada juge ehi nivedana, nahi magi deha sukha vidya dhano jana. Nahi magi swarga ar moksha nahi magi, न करे प्रार्थना कौन विभूति रो लागी. You understand? Bhaktivinoda Thakur's Jagadatma understand? Very nice song. You sing so nicely, why don't you sing it? Very famous song of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Oh Lord, I have only one prayer at your lotus feet. Ehi nivedana. Nahi magi deha sukha vidya dhano jana. I don't ask you to give me some bodily comfort, pleasure. No. No. Give me bodily discomfort. That's your kripa. That's kripa. You understand? Nahi magi deha sukha. But all are asking, all right, let me comfortable situation, bodily pleasure. Yes. Body, this body is very dear to everybody. Isn't it? Very dear, this body. Nobody wants to leave this body. It's so dear. But Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Mahajan says, Nahi magi deha sukha vidya dhana jana. Oh Lord, I don't ask you for this bodily pleasure and bodily comforts. Give me bodily discomforts. And vidya dhano jana. I don't ask you for material education and material wealth and material followers. Swarga nahi magi or moksha nahi magi. I don't ask you for give me heavenly enjoyments. Take me to heaven. I don't ask you for liberation also. Moksha nahi magi. Nakare prarthana kon vibhuti lagi. I also never ask you to give me some yoga. What do you say? Yoga siddhi, yogi perfection. Do you understand? yogic profession. No, I don't want. I don't ask you such things. Nija guna karma dose je janma pai. Janame jeno tava nama guna gai. Do you understand? Even such a devotee never disturbs Supreme Lord. Oh, Supreme Lord, please annihilate all my karmic reactions. No. He never disturbs, never. Nija guna karma dose je janma pai. Janame jeno tava nama guna gai. If I deserve, according to the reaction of my karma, to be born as a worm. You understand? Let me have it. You understand? Kita janma dao, jatha tuyadaso, nirvishesha brahma janme, nahi morasa. All right, give me that birth. Let me be born as a worm. But I have only one prayer. I will be your servant. I will serve you in that form of life also, being a kita, being a worm. You understand? Nija guna karma dosya je janma pai. Janame jeno tava nama guna gai. Only I have this prayer. Life after life, in whatever species I may be, but I will glorify you. I will serve you. This is the only prayer. You understand? This is the only prayer. Nothing. Ask me. So, Krishna says, such devotees are so dear to me. Even I myself is not so dear to me. Naivatma. You understand, Narada Muni? Even I myself is not so dear to me. That devotee is so dear. Because I never ask for anything. Only service. You understand? So Krishna served Sudama Vipra, glorified. And also, yes, when Sudama Vipra thought of coming to Dwarka, he asked his wife, how can I go to see my friend empty-handed? I must take some presentation for him. Have you anything? You'll give me. I'll take to my friend as presentation. They had nothing. So his wife went to some neighbor's house and got some chida, you see. Very old. Very old. Chipped rice. Chida, chipped rice. Chida, very old. You understand? And just he put it in a piece of tattered cloth, with a bundle, took it with him. When he approached there, arrived there and saw the opulence of Dwaraka, Krishna is opulent king. He felt himself so much ashamed. Oh, so much opulence Krishna has, but what I have brought for him? Simple, old, chipped rice, putting in a tattered cloth. He felt himself so much ashamed. So he put it, that bundle, under his armpit. Just hid it. He felt himself ashamed to give it. But Krishna knows everything. Krishna Antarjami. He knows everything. You understand? But Sudama Vipra was not giving, you see. Then Krishna asked, oh my friend, Bandhu, kyung upanyam? What you have brought for me when you left home? You must have brought something for me. Krishna knows. But Sudama Vipra is not giving. Feeling so much ashamed. The Krishna snatched it away from his armpit. You see? So tattered cloth, torn, and all fried ground. Krishna took one handful, ate it with so much pleasure. You understand? When he was going to take another hand, Rukmini Devi got hold of. That's enough. That's enough. One Do you want to make me the servant of this Brahmin? I have to work so hard now for this Brahmin with one handful. Do you understand? And Krishna said, my dear devotee is so dear to me. If he just gives me very little, anything with pleasure, that is like Himalayan mountain for me. Himalayan mountain. Bhurjyeva praman, Bhuri, Himalayan mountain. This is question of love. This is question of love. Do you understand? But a non-devotee who has no love, if he offers many opulent things, valuable things, like Himalayan mountain, Krishna never touches it. Never touches. Isn't it? Narada Muni. When Krishna came as a messenger from the Pandavas, messenger, Duta, see, carrying message. So, Kauravas, court of Dhritarashtra. Duryodhana, the eldest son of Dhritarashtra, invited Krishna. Do you understand? Invited to take food. Do you understand? Skiing. And he prepared very nice dishes and got so many cooks. Prepared so much. Do you understand? But Krishna didn't go and didn't take. Krishna went to Vidura's house. Vidura very poor, very dear devotee. And just took some sack from Vidura's house with so much pleasure. And then next day, when Krishna went to the court, Duryodhana asked, "Oh Vasudeva, I invited you. I prepared so much food for you. I engaged so many cooks. Why didn't you come and take it? Accept it." Krishna says, there are only two principles of eating. Two principles. Do you understand, Narada Muni? What are those two principles? You don't know? The person must be hungry. Isn't it? Person must be hungry. So he can take food anywhere. If no food, he may steal also. Snatch away. Steal from Narada Muni's house. Narada Muni is not giving food to Krishna. I am so hungry. Isn't it? And another principle is there should be love, pure love. If the person is not hungry, if there is love, he must take something. It's out of love. I am not hungry and you have no love for me. Then how can I take? You understand? Only two principles. Isn't it? Yeah. So devotees are so dear to Krishna. And Krishna makes them greater than he himself serves. You understand? Bhakto ama bandhiyache hudaya bhitare jahan yatra pade tahan Krishna spure. You understand? In Chaitanya Charitamrita. That devotee has bound me up in his heart. In his heart. You understand? In his heart. Wherever he looks, he only sees me. You understand? It's such dear devotee. Take the case of Billo Mangal Thakur. When Billo Mangal Thakur blinded himself, you understand? As going to Vrindavan, Krishna himself came. Oh, you are going to Vrindavan? All right, catch hold of this stick. I am going. I'll take you to Vrindavan. So he took him to Vrindavan. And so now you are in Vrindavan. Then snatched away the stick from his hand. Billo Mangal Thakur said, "Oh, you snatched away a stick from my heart. Can you go from here? Can you go from here?" You see, you cannot go from here. I have bound you up here. You may snatch, just take from my hand. You see. You see. Devotees, so dear to Krishna. And also, you'll find in Mahaprabhu's Leela, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela, how Mahaprabhu was glorifying the devotees, serving the devotees. You understand? Every year, devotees from Gaudadesh, Bengal, isn't it? And Odisha, Udradesh is known as Udradesh, and that Bengal is known as Gaudadesh. Gaudiyas and Udiyas are very dear to Mahaprabhu. You understand? Gaudiyas and Udiyas are very dear to Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu spent his last days in Utkal Bhumi, Jagannath Puri. Do you understand? Let's do it. So every year, devotees from Gaudadesh, from Bengal, used to come to Jagannath Puri during Ratha Yatra time and spend 4 months associate with Mahaprabhu and see Lord Jagannath in car. Do you understand? When they are coming, Mahaprabhu goes to some distance to greet them, to welcome them. Do you understand? He embraced them one and all. And apone golaro mala sobakare diya. Do you understand? Apone golaro mala sobakare diya. He takes off his own garland on his neck and gives them one and all. You understand? You see how dear. How Mahaprabhu is glorifying the devotees. Isn't it? Krishna glorifies. Devotees are so dear. And he arranges so much food, Mahaprasad, for all the devotees. Feed them. And himself serves. Take more. Eat. You understand? Mahaprabhu serves. So dear. You understand? And you find all this here in Srimad Bhagavatam. The glorification of devotees are also there. Glorification of the Lord and glorification of his dear devotees. And Krishna becomes so much pleased when a devotee is glorified. You understand? Yeah. And this devotion, you can develop such devotion only by jasyang vaisriyamanayang Krishne paramapuruse bhakti rutpadyate punsa sokamoho bhayapa. Only by hearing Srimad Bhagavatam from the bona fide authority, you can develop such devotion. Only by hearing of Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, chapter 33, text 18. Grhodyanam kusumiti. Grhodyanam kusumiti. Ramyam baho amaradhrumam. Kujadabhyangamithunam. Gayan matta madhubratam. Grhodyanam kusumitei ramyam bahu maradhrumei kujadabhyangamithunam gayan matta madhubratam. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. The compound of the main household was surrounded by beautiful gardens with sweet fragrant flowers and many trees which produced fresh fruit and were tall and beautiful. The attraction of such gardens was that Singing birds would sit on the trees, and their chanting voices, as well as the humming sound of the bees, made the whole atmosphere as pleasing as possible. Now purport, next verse. Jatra pravishtamatmanam vibudhanu jagu vapyam utpalagandhinam kardameno palalitam. Jatra pravishtamatmanam vibudhanu jagu vapyam utpalagandhinam kardameno palalitam. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. When Devahuti would enter that lovely garden to take her bath in the pond filled with lotus flowers, the associates of the denizens of heaven, the Gandharvas, would sing about Kardama's glorious household life. Her great husband, Kardama, gave her all protection at all times. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. The ideal husband and wife relationship is very nicely described in this statement. Kardama Muni gave Devahuti all sorts of comforts in his duty as a husband. But he was not at all attached to his wife. This must be important. He was not at all attached to his wife. As soon as his son Kapiladeva was grown up, Kardama at once left all family connection. Similarly, Devahuti was the daughter of a great king, Swayambhuva Manu, and was qualified and beautiful, but she was completely dependent on the protection of her husband. According to Manu, women, the fair sex, should not have independence at any stage of life. No. In childhood, a woman must be under the protection of the parents. In the youth, she must be under the protection of the husband. And in old age, she must be under the protection of the grown-up children. Devahuti demonstrated all these statements of the Manu Samhita in her life. As a child, she was dependent on her father. Later, she was dependent on her husband. In spite of her opulence, and she was later dependent on her son Kapiladeva. This is teaching for us. This is teaching. Maya mugdha jibere nahi Krishna smriti gyan, jibere krupaye koile Krishna veda puran. Isn't it? Chaitanya Bhagavata says this thing. Maya mugdha jibere nahi Krishna smriti gyan. Jivere krupaye koile Krishna Veda Puran. Maya mugdha jiva, conditioned soul, captured by Maya, enchanted by Maya. Isn't it? Enchanted by Maya, captured by Maya. Has forgotten Krishna. Forgotten Krishna. Isn't it? So Krishna, Shrudam Sarvabhutanam, Srimad Bhagavad Gita says, I am the only well-wishing friend of all living entities. Though these conditioned souls forget Krishna, Krishna doesn't forget them. Do you understand? Krishna doesn't forget. Krishna is always there with you, in your heart, as Paramatma. Do you understand? He is within and without also. Do you understand? He is always prompting you, teaching you, as a well-wishing friend, how you can revive the lost relationship with him. How you can revive your remembrance, though you have forgotten. Isn't it? What he has done for this, in this connection. What he has done. What he has done. What Krishna has done. Tell me, Narada Muni. Huh? Jibere krupaye koile Krishna Veda Purana. To shower his mercy to such conditioned souls, Krishna compiled Vedas and Puranas. Do you understand? In Kali Yuga, Srila Vyasdeva is an empowered incarnation of Krishna. Shaktya Veshavata, empowered incarnation. He came, he wrote all this Vedic literature, Vedas, Puranas, and Srimad Bhagavatam is the last contribution, Vyasadeva's lessons of all Vedic scripture. Isn't it? This is mercy. Kripa. This is the mercy of the Supreme Lord for conditioned souls. Do you understand? Jivere kripaya koile Krishna Veda Purana. This is mercy. Because thereby he teaches through it. It's so merciful. It's so well-wishing. Friend of ours. Always saying to us. Isn't it? How is he always saying? Through what means? Which form? Govardhana, tell me. Shastra Guru Atma Rupe Apana ke Janan Krishna Mor Prabhutrata Jiver Hoy Gyan. Chaitanya Charitamrita. Do you understand? You have come to this line to become Vaishnavas. Very dear followers of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you should know all these things. So we impart this. The process is this. Imparting knowledge, teaching. Teaching is going on. Isn't it, Narada Muni? You should know all these things. Shastra Guru Atma Rupe Apana ke Janan Krishna Mor Prabhutrata Jiver Hoy Gyan. You understand? In the form of Shastra. You understand? Krishna says. Then Guru, in the form of Guru. Then Atma in the form of Paramatma. He says, within and without. Always speaking. You have no ear to hear him? You rascal? No ear? Deaf? Can't you hear? Huh? He has no ear. He is deaf. He is deaf. Deaf fellow. No ear. Krishna is speaking in so many ways. As Shastra, as Guru, as Paramatma. You understand? If unless Krishna speaks and teaches, how can a conditioned soul know and understand Krishna? And Krishna is my only well-wishing friend. Do you understand? Shastra Guru Atma Rupe Apana ke Janan Krishna Mor Prabhutrata. Krishna is my master, Krishna is my deliverer. How can a conditioned soul understand this thing and know this thing? Unless Krishna says. Do you understand me, Narada Muni? So he says in these forms. Shastra, Guru, Atma. Do you understand? Shastra, Vedic literature. Krishna compiled in form of Vyasdev in Kali Yuga. And what is said here in Shastra, in Vedic literature, you cannot understand by dint of your own intelligence or scholarship, mundane scholarship, or own speculation. No. Can you? No, you can't. You can't. You can't. This is transcendental knowledge. It's not material. It's not material. It's transcendental. Very difficult to understand. And I always insist on one thing. It's not understood in tattva. I always repeatedly insist on it. Tattva vichar, not apat vichar. No apparent consideration. It's tattva vichar, absolute consideration. In Srimad Bhagavad Gita, in Srimad Bhagavatam, very often this has been stressed upon. Tattva vichar. Jo veti tattvataha. Tyakta deyaham punarjanmana iti samangeti Arjuna. Tatamang tattva gyantva visati tadanantaram. Itimang nabhijanati tattvena tattyavantite. So many times. You see in Bhagavad Gita. It's most important to understand in tattva. But we are very apt. to accept this apparent consideration. No tattva vichar, no. So there is misunderstanding. So there is misunderstanding. You understand? So misunderstanding is there. We cannot understand in tattva. We are very apt accepting this apparent condition, apart vichar. So there is misunderstanding. You understand? So, Krishna comes in the form of Guru, Tattvacharya, who knows Tattva, who has received Tattva Gyan from his Acharya, Guru, his descends. Tattva Gyan descends from Krishna through disciplic succession, comes to us, to conditioned soul. You understand? In Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, it has been clearly stated. So Guru is there. Without the help of Guru, you cannot understand it. Those shastras are there. Those shastras are there. Isn't it? No, you can't understand. In Kathopanishad you will find, in Upanishad, Namatma pravachanena labhyo no medhaya no bahuna sudena jamaveisa brunuse tena labhyas tasesa atma vibrunute tanuswa. Isn't it? You know, famous verse, Upanishad, Kathopanishad says, Namatma pravachanena labhyo no medhaya no bahuna sudena jamaveisa brunute tena labhyas tasesa atma vibrunute tanuswa. Most important. You cannot understand this Paramatma Tattva, Bhagavat Tattva, Bhakti Tattva, or Guru Tattva, whatever Tattva you say. You understand? And especially in Vedas, three tattvas have been said. You understand those three tattvas? Veda tiri tattva kohe. Do you know it? Nardmuni? Jadatma? No. We are so superfluous. We are very, very superfluous. Isn't it? We are never serious. Never serious. It's only superfluous. Entering into this year, going out by that. Go. What is this? My Guru Maharaj repeatedly says, take it seriously. This is for serious students, isn't it? Isn't it? It's not for superfluous students. Isn't it, lovely Prabhupada? Prabhupada has said repeatedly, take it seriously. This is for serious students. You have no seriousness. You are all superfluous. This is question of superfluous, no seriousness. You understand? Namatma pravachane labhyo na medhaya na bhuvna sutiyana. Vede tri tattva kaha. Samandha avidheya prayojana. You understand? I have once told, I think, here. Samandha avidheya prayojana. Samandha tattva, avidheya tattva, prayojana tattva. Veda three tattva kaha. Therefore Krishna is three. This carved, three carved. Why is carved three? Is because three tattvas. Samandha, avidheya, prayojana. You understand? This is why he carved three. Samandha tattva, avidheya tattva, prayojana. Samandha tattva, lotus feet. One curve is here. You understand? Another curve is here. Another curve is here. Towards Radharani, you see. Now Krishna. You understand Narada Muni? He teaches this thing. He teaches three curves. And we are marked. There's lotus feet, one curve. Isn't it? Like this. One curve is there. Mark is heart, another curve. mark his face towards Radharani. 3 curves. Samandha, Avidheya, Prayodhana. You understand? This is Samandha, Avidheya, Prayodhana. Samandha Tattva Radha Madan Mohan. You understand? Avidheya Tattva Radha Govinda. Prayodhana Tattva Radha Gopinath. You see. This, you'll find it in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Very deep philosophy. Very deep. I'm not going to that end now. My point is in some other way. It's very deep philosophy. Veda tri tattva kai. Samandha vidheya prayodhana. You cannot understand these 3 tattvas by listening to so many karmis, jnanis, yogis. No. Bahuna srutena. Bahuna srutena. By listening to so many pandits, so many scholars, so many karmis, so many jnanis, so many yogis, you cannot understand. You understand? Na matma pravachane lalabhyo no bahuna srutena. No medhaya, no bahuna srutena. By dint of our own merit, intelligence or scholarship, you cannot understand. No medhaya, no bahuna srutena. Jamame isa brunute, tena labhyas tasais atma vibrunute tanuswan. Who is there in the heart is known as Chaitya Guru. Guru Chaitya Vapusa. Srimad, Chaitanya Charitamrita you find. In Upanishad you find the same thing. In Srimad Bhagavatam you find the same thing. Guru Chaitya Vapusa. Is Chaitya Guru. He is in your heart as Paramatma form, who prompts always to you, the soul, his friend. Do you understand? In Srimad Bhagavatam, in Upanishad, you find this verse. Sajuja Sakhaya. Vasuparna. That verse is there. The same verse. In Srimad Bhagavatam you will find, in Upanishad you will find. Therefore we chant, Jai Sutre, Jai Ruk Visaya Vachana, Bhagavate Seiruk Sulaka Nibandhana. Therefore we chant. Because this is the commentary of Vedanta Sutra, isn't it? But Vedanta Sutra is compiled by Srila Vyasdev. And he himself gave the commentary. That is Srimad Bhagavatam. So, we are discussing Vedanta Sutra. This is Srimad Bhagavatam. My bodies, they don't touch it. They have their imaginative sutra, is Saririka Bhasya, given by Sankaracharya. My bodies, imaginative. Vyasdev is the compiler of Vedanta Sutra and he himself gave the commentary. Why don't you accept it? Isn't it? Vasuparna sajuja sakhaya. You see. Upanishad says, and Bhagavatam also says, there are 2 birds sitting in one tree. They are 2 friends. This body is like a tree. The 2 birds, Atma and Paramatma, soul and super soul, sitting in this body. You understand? They are 2 friends, Sakhaya. 2 friends. One is Sakhi, one is witness, only sees, is Paramatma. And one eats the fruit of the tree, is soul. You understand? Eats the fruit of the tree. The fruit of the tree is Sukha, Dukha, happiness and misery. Eats it. He eats the fruit of the tree. The fruit of the tree is Sukha, Dukha, happiness and misery. Isn't it? Suffers. Everybody suffers. from Sukha, Dukha. But his friend promised, don't eat this fruit, Baba. Oh, my friend, I tell you, don't eat this fruit. His well-wishing friend. But he never listens and eats it. So he suffers. So he suffers. And Paramatma is the witness. He has seen what you have done life after life. You cannot cheat. Parameswara, you cannot cheat. His witness is there sitting with you. Oh, you have done such thing in that life. You have done this thing in that life. Now you are doing this thing. I have seen. I have witnessed. You understand? You cannot cheat. You cannot cheat Jagadatma. Yeah. Witness is there with you. And gives you instructions. Don't eat, Baba. Don't eat this fruit. But you are eating. And you must reap the consequences. Still, he's so well-wishing friend. He has made this thing. Inside prompting and outside as Guru and Shastra says. But we are so deaf, we cannot listen to it. Cannot listen. We are so deaf, unfortunate fellows. Isn't it? He's so well-wishing friend. What nice teaching he gives here and here. How the relationship of husband and wife. You see, that I was telling you. An ideal husband should fulfill the demands of his wife. Should give her pleasure. Yes. Kardam Muni did it. But here my Guru Maharaj says, my revered Guru Maharaj says, here. Kardam Muni gave Devahuti all sorts of comforts in his duty as a husband. But he was not at all attached to his wife. Not at all attached to his wife. You understand? He was asking that question yesterday to me. Isn't it? He was asking that question to me. I told. Mahaprabhu has taught us. Antare nishtha bahe loka vyavahar. Antare nishtha bahe loka vyavahar. You understand? This Mahaprabhu has taught. Keep this attachment to me in your heart, Jagadatma. Keep it in heart. Don't expose it before your wife. Don't expose. Don't expose it before your wife, before your children, before your family members. Don't expose it. Keep it inside. Antarinistha bahya loka vyavahar. Outwardly pose as if you are very much attached to your wife, very much attached to your family, very much attached to your children. Just outward. External. Yes, external. Not inside, Baba. No, inside only he. Krishna is there. Only attachment. Isn't it, Narada Muni? Are you doing like that? Narada Muni is doing like that. Your wife will beat you. If she knows this thing, she will create havoc. Don't expose it. Don't expose it. Understand? Antarinistha bahya loka vyavahar. Kardam Muni did that thing. He made so many nice arrangements for his wife, Devavati, you see. You cannot make such arrangement. Can you? No. No. This great yogi, mystic yogi. By dint of his yogic power he could do. What can we do? We can't do it. You understand? Still, he was not attached. Not attached. That Mahaprabhu has taught. You can understand. Also learn this thing from Mahaprabhu's activities also. The day, the night in which Mahaprabhu was going to leave to take sannyas from Keshav Bharati, going to Katava. You understand? That night, he slept with his wife Vishnupriya. Do you understand? Very nice talkings. Very nice, loving talkings. Short, as if too much attached to his wife. He short. Vishnupriya couldn't know this thing, couldn't trace, couldn't have only a trace of it. No, as if too much attached. Nice jokings, nice conversations, nice dealings, husband and wife dealings. All of you know you are all husbands, Grihasthas. Only few brahmacharis like Lagudi, like this. All are Grihasthas, you know. You understand? And Vishnupriya messaged the leg of Mahaprabhu. So Mahaprabhu fell asleep. And was messaging Vishnupriya also fell asleep. At the dead of night, Mahaprabhu woke up. Very still the day. Left. You see? He left. That he has stopped. Antaranistha baheloka vyavhar. It is outward only, external. Inside only attachment is there. Krishna, no attachment. You understand? This is this is for Grihasthas. This is for Grihasthas. Yes, you should do like that. Yes, a true Grihastha is a great Sanyasi. It's a great Sanyasi, greater than a Sanyasi. Yes, it's not an easy thing to become a true Grihastha. No. Lord Kapladeva has said it. Nannagni pramodanam ghruta kumbha samapuman. Kapladeva has said. Nannagni pramodanam ghruta kumbha samapuman. The woman is fire pot and man is ghee pot. You understand? Agni, fire, ghruta, ghee. Pramada means woman. Woman is fire pot. And man is ghee pot. If you put the ghee pot just close to fire pot, what will happen? Ghee will be melted. Natural. It will melt it. Isn't it? That's a natural attraction between man and woman. Isn't it? It's a natural attraction. It's quite natural. So, Bhagavatam says, Matra swasra duhitra va na vivektasane upavesan balavan indragrama vidwan api karsati. You see, this instruction is there for us in Srimad Bhagavatam. Matra swasra duhitra va na vivektasane upavesan balavan indragram vidwan api karsati. These senses are so strong, very strong. However learned, vidwan, pandit one may be, the senses will attract him towards the other sex. So even if your mother, mata, mother, sosra, your sister, duhitra, your daughter, don't live in a solitary place close to them. No. Matra susra duhitrava. You see? What to speak of wife? Even if it's a mother, your daughter, your sister, don't live in a solitary place. The senses are so strong, wicked. You'll be attracted. Do you understand? This is great sadhana. Nannagni pramadana maghruta kumbha samapuman. Govardhana says, pramada, the woman, is fire pot. man is given. It's naturally it will melt. Do you understand? Definitely. But antarinistha bahaloke bhava. This is teaching. Only attachment towards Krishna in the heart is external only attachment. As if you are very much attached to your wife, to your children, family members, very much attached. But in the heart you are only attached to Krishna. And keep it. It's very difficult to keep this thing. The senses are so wicked, so strong, naturally attracted. A attached person, always thinking of this sense pleasures, sense enjoyment. When the question of renunciation, detachment comes, he thinks, oh, katham priyaya anukampitaya sangam rahasya alapa sisunang kalakyaranang. Prahlad Maharaj says this thing in 7th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Have you heard? You don't know? Prahlad Maharaj says, katham priyaya anukampitaya sangam rahasyam ruchirasya kalakyanam sisunang kalakyanam katham virajate duranta moha upastha jeho bahumanyamana. You see, the attached person, man, so much attached to his wife. Oh, my wife is very beautiful. Speaks so nicely, so laughing, smiling, such glancing at me. It always comes up into my mind, how can I give her up? How can I give her up? Such nice, such attraction, nice talkings, nice smiling, nice glancing, nice jokings, isn't it? And small kids are there, very nice speaking. Daddy, 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 mommy, 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 daddy, daddy, mommy. It's very pleasing to hear. It's very pleasing to hear small kids saying this thing. I cannot forget all these things. Katham, how? How can I forget all these things? Priyayang anukampitayang sangam rahasyam. Do you understand? Yes. I have accepted the wife only for two purposes. What are those two purposes? Jagadasma. Upastha jeham bahumanyamana. Upastha jeham bahumanyamana. Oh, she has come to give me pleasure to my tongue, to my genital. Only these two purposes. Upastha jeham bahumanyamana. Katham virajyante duranta kama. How can I give her up and accept renunciation, Baba? Quite impossible, quite impossible. Quite impossible. The wife will cook nice dishes, serve, sitting beside, fanning. Oh, my dear husband, please take it. Please taste it. Please taste it. Let me give something more. Yes, yes, take some more. So tasty. You see, giving pleasure to palate. And then pleasure to the genitals. Upastha jeham, only for these two purposes. Katham virajyate. How can I give her up? And ask, we renunciate. No, impossible, impossible. attached person, things like that. But here it says, Karta Muni is not at all attached. You see, not at all attached to his wife. You see, only attachment. It's all external. It's all external. It's very difficult. It's very difficult. Not an easy thing, Baba, not an easy thing. It's quite. It's ghee pot and fire pot placed together. It's quite natural, melting. So it's a great sadhana to become true Grhastha, real Grhastha. You are with the fire pot, but you should be such a great sadhana that you should not melt. Ghee pot won't melt. Great sadhana. Greater than a sannyasi. Sannyasi is never. No woman, no money. It's away. But you are with it. Not an easy thing, Parameswara. It's great sadhana to be a true Grihastha. You understand? Yes. It's greater. It's greater than a sannyasi. Great sadhana. This is our teaching. This is our teaching. You understand, Narada Muni? It's our teaching. So how to externally behave? Suppose some of your friend, relative comes to your house, visit. Your wife's brother comes, brother-in-law is very dear. Wife is dear, so he is dear also. All right, it's very nice that you have come. You are a devotee, Vaishnava. But he is a karmi, materialist, isn't it? So when he comes, what will do? Yes, very nice that you have come. What to do? I have some regulations. But today is Ekadasi day. Oh yeah, we fast today. But you can't fast. You can't fast. You want nice dishes, food. All right, I'll make some arrangement. Nice hotel is there. I am making some arrangement for you. You understand? You may go and take food there. Very nice food that hotel gives. Very first-class hotel in this locality. But I would have gone with you. But today is Ekadasi, fasting day, Brata Divas. What to do? Please excuse me. Just make such arrangement for you. You understand? How Karda Muni makes so much nice arrangements for his wife. This is external. You understand? And is very fond of seeing movies, cinemas, theaters. Oh, I have purchased a ticket for you. Nice movie is there. You go and see. Will you please come? I would have gone with you, but I have very important business. This night I have program already committed. What shall I do? Please excuse me. Or otherwise I would have gone with you. Just praying when this person will go. Oh Lord, please. Antare nishtha bahe loka vyavahar. Do you understand, Narada Muni? Your brother will never think of, oh, he likes me so much. He makes so much nice arrangements for me. Nice food, sing movie, enjoyment. Isn't it? So don't expose. Don't expose that you are not attached. You are very much attached. This is what is teaching here. This is our teaching here. You understand? But you cannot understand it only by mere reading. Unless we hear from a bona fide authority, Tattva Gyan, isn't it? It's a question of Tattva Gyan. So from bona fide authority, Tattva Acharya, Tadvidi Pranipatena Pariprasnena Sevaya Upadekyanti Te Jnanam Jnanina Tattvadarshina. Gita says, approach such an Acharya, completely surrender. Sishyateham sadhimang tvam prapannam. Become his disciple. Accept this strict discipline inflicted on you ungrudgingly. Ungrudgingly. Shishya, that's Shishya, disciple. And Guru will inflict very severe discipline on you. Guru Karnadharam, kya chhod rahe baro? Yep, slap you nonsense, rascal. Guru has that right. That's discipline. Strict discipline. Otherwise, how can you be qualified to receive this Tattva Jnana, Narada Muni? Huh? Guru pats, oh, very Narada Muni, very nice, very nice. He is cheated, you are cheated, you are cheated. If Guru pats you, you are cheated. You understand? Cheated, bunchuma. No krupa, no krupa, no krupa. You understand? Advaitacharya Prabhu knows very well Sadasiva avatar, incarnation of Sadasiva, Advaitacharya in Panchatattva, isn't it? He came fast before Mahaprabhu's coming. Who invoked Mahaprabhu to come down here? You understand? He promised, I must bring down the Lord here. Otherwise, the miserable condition of the people of Kali Yuga, how will be mitigated? Such great promise he took up. You understand? He did it. And Mahaprabhu was paying respect to Advaitacharya, because Advaitacharya is the god brother of his Guru, Mahaprabhu's Guru. You understand? He pays respect. Never chastises. Pays respect. Advaitacharya knew very well Mahaprabhu is Supreme Personality of Godhead. He has come here and doing Acharya's Leela. But I cannot get mercy from him, because he never chastises me. He never chastises me. How can I get mercy from him? So he thought of, how can I get chastisement from Mahaprabhu? So he read out loudly this Jog Vasishtha Ramayana, a Mayavadi Shastra, Jog Vasishtha Ramayana. He read out loudly. Mahaprabhu could hear, got angry. Who is that reading Mayavadi Shastra? Mahaprabhu got angry. Then Advaitacharya danced. Oh, today I got mercy. Oh, today I got mercy. Mahaprabhu chastised me. You see? You understand? This is our philosophy. If Guru pats you, Narada Muni, you are cheated. No krupa. You understand? If Guru inflicts punishment, discipline on you, then krupa. That's krupa. You understand? Yeah, that's krupa. Otherwise no krupa. Cheating. And this is our teaching, you see. So, this is most important thing. One should understand. Approach such a Guru, Tattvacharya, Pranipata, Pariprasna and Seva. First, complete surrender, then serve Guru, please him, then humbly ask question. This Pariprasna. Humbly ask question. Tattvagata prasna. Questions on the Tattva. Not material questions or any other questions. I am an ignorant fool, I don't know Tattva. He knows. Sishyati hum sadhimang tvantrapannu. That's our process. Then, by the mercy of that Guru, you can get this Tattva Jnana, otherwise not possible. And we are very apt to take up this apad vichar, apparent consideration, so there is misunderstanding. Misunderstanding. It is now 9, so let me read that letter. That Mataji gave that letter. You have not brought that. That misunderstanding took place yesterday. Some Mataji. What is her name? I don't know. Is she there? You are. Yes. What's your name, Mataji? Huh? Yes, all right. She handed me a letter. Yesterday I spoke something on women, their nature, behavior, characteristic. But there's a misunderstanding. Let me speak. Let me speak. I have read your letter. I understood. It's quite natural. I don't find faulty though. Mataji, please excuse me. I don't find faulty though. It's quite natural. It's quite natural. Do you understand me? Huh? No. No, I never find faulty with you. It's quite natural. You first listen to me. I quoted from Srimad Bhagavatam, isn't it? You see. Wait. Dharja. Have patience. Let me speak fast. Listen to me, have patience. Don't be impatient, Mataji. Don't be impatient. I quoted Chanakya Pandit. Very often Srila Prabhupada quotes Chanakya Pandit, isn't it? Chanakya Pandit is authority. I quoted from Chanakya Pandit. I quoted from Srimad Bhagavatam. Purvavagurva Sipakhyam, isn't it? Many things are there also. This teaching, and it's a tattva jnana. One should understand in tattva, not apparent. If you take it accept apparent, then this misunderstanding grows. One, it's a general characteristic of the woman. It's general. It's not some specific or individual woman. No, it's general characteristic. Isn't it? It's general characteristic. And this, I also said, how is ghee pot and hair pot? It's quite natural. So, therefore this teaching has been imparted to us. We should be very careful. And Krishna is so merciful. Vaishnava Acharya is so merciful. He gives us this teaching. And what he says in Bhagavad Gita, what Krishna says to Arjuna, go beyond these three modes of mental nature. Gunatita bhava. Isn't it? Go beyond these three modes of mental nature. You understand? That means situate yourself in your, constitutional position. You are not body, you are spirit soul. Transcendental position. But you have forgotten, you are captured by Maya, you have developed some attraction towards Maya, and you are now in Maya's trap, thinking yourself the body, but you are not the body, you are the spirit soul. But different. The soul is neither male or female, body is male or female. Soul is neither male or female. Isn't it? No. Body is male or female. The soul is neither male or female. One who is a self-realized soul, who sees only soul and super soul, not body. You understand? Thavar jangama dekhe, na dekhe tar murti, sarvatra hoi tar istadeva spurti. He sees the animate and inanimate objects, but he never sees the outward body. He sees only soul and super soul. Istadeva Krishna. He is self-realized soul. He sees, not theoretically speaking, it's practical. He realized self. Self-realized soul. So he is neither male nor female. Why be embarrassed? Why be embarrassed? I am not male or I am not a female. I am spirit soul. You understand? So I'll be embarrassed. Those who are in this bodily constitution of life, it is for them. This teaching is for them. Do you understand me? If Mataji, you are a realized soul, you are not a female or male. You are spirit soul. Why do you feel embarrassed? Please excuse me. Please excuse me. You understand? Another point is that Krishna is the only male, only Purusha. Do you understand? Jiva is an entity, is a potency, Shakti, Prakriti. Prakriti Shakti means feminine. Krishna is Purusha, only male. In that consideration, we are all females. We are all females because we are Prakriti, female. Krishna is the only male, the only enjoyer. This is our philosophy. Please excuse me, Mataji. If you are in such position, you are not a female. Your body is female. You are spirit soul. Why do you feel embarrassed?
I'm not embarrassed, Maharaj. When I read the letter, I said that we find many times Krishna consciousness that men leave.
Yes, yes.
So why do you say
No.
women have lesser consciousness than the men? You gave the example of
This is not my own statement. This is not my own statement. I quoted Sadhu and Shastra. Is it my own statement? And those persons, men, they are unworthy persons, unworthy husbands, unworthy persons, rascals they are. They are rascals. Why do they accept wife if they have no power to maintain? And our relationship is only based on one relationship in our this Vaishnava etiquette. Only relationship with Krishna. No other relationship. The relationship between husband and wife should be based on relationship with Krishna. We have 5 types of relationships here in this material world. Pita putra samandha, pati patni samandha, prabhu vritya samandha, bandhu bandhava samandha, aparapara samandha. 5 types. Father and son relationship, husband and wife relationship, friend and friend relationship, master and servant relationship, and other relationships. 5 material relationships based on this body. Relationship based on this body. It's done based on the relationship with Krishna. So there is misery. This relation gives misery, therefore it is not proper relation. Saita samandhe samandha amar. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says. Saita samandhe samandha amar. We have only one relationship with Krishna. Let all this relationship based on that one relationship with Krishna. Then there is no misery, no trouble here, no problem here. You will get happiness. Husband is Krishna Dasa, wife is Krishna Dasi. You understand? It's Krishna Dasa and Krishna Dasi. Both of them should serve Krishna and give pleasure to Krishna. You understand? And they are related as husband and wife. Why? To give pleasure to Krishna, not to give pleasure to themselves, own senses. Srimad Bhagavatam says, Evam vivaya prajaya narati. 11th canto. Srimad Bhagavatam says this is about teaching. You understand, Narada Muni? What is the purpose of marriage? Accepting wife or accepting husband? What is the purpose? Evam vivaya prajaya narati. We marry. The husband accepts wife or wife accepts husband. Only for one purpose, procreation. Prajaya. Not bastard children, satputra, devotee children, Krishna conscious children to procreate. Give it to society. Those will serve Krishna. The whole society will be Krishna conscious. Happy society. This is our philosophy. But if someone accepts a wife for his own pleasure, that dogs and horses are doing. Dogs and horses are doing. The hog produces so many children, they eat straw. It is true. If you produce such children, it is true. You are no better than her. That's not so. The husband should understand this thing, and wives should also understand this thing. As it is said, Srimad Bhagavatam, 5th canto, Pati nasa syat. He is not husband. Pati nasa syat. Isn't it? He is not husband if he cannot observe this, understand this philosophy, practices this in his own life, and brings his wife to this path. His children, pita no sasyat, janani na sasyat. He is not the father, she is not the mother. So Bhagavatam says this thing. This is our purpose. This is our tattva. This is our tattva. He had accepted wife only for his own pleasure. There is something, discrepancy, lives. He's a rascal. He's a rascal. He's not worthy to be called as husband. Pati no sasyat, is not husband. That Bhagavatam says. Then, this is all Bhagavatam says. Maharaja says, and Srila Prabhupada said also. I also quoted Chitraketu Upakhyan, isn't it? Here you find 6th canto. Yes, 6th canto, chapter 17. Here Prabhupada in his purport says, here is a difference between male and female that exists even in the higher statuses of life. In fact, even between Lord Shiva and his wife. Lord Shiva could understand Chitraketu very nicely. That I said yesterday. Very nicely. But Parvati couldn't. Thus, even in the higher status of life, there is a difference between the understanding of a male and that of a female. It may be clearly said that the understanding of a woman is always inferior to the understanding of a man. Prabhupada's quotation. In the Western countries, there is now agitation to the effect that man and woman should be considered equal. But from this verse, it appears that woman is always less intelligent than man. This Prabhupada's quotation. I quoted all this. It's nothing mine. Please excuse me, Mataji.
Why aren't all men Krishna conscious?
Both should be Krishna conscious.
I'm sorry?
Both man and woman, not one side.
Why not all men and most of women and not all men? All men are more intelligent. Why aren't they all Krishna?
Prabhupada says here, you are not an ordinary woman, you are not female, I say, you are spirit soul. If you are in that an exceptional case. This is for general women. This is for general women. Why take it? Why you feel yourself embarrassed? Because you cannot understand in tattva. You accept only apparent. Those such misunderstand. Please excuse me. I beg excuse. Yes?
Simon said that a man should beat his wife. Could you please comment on this?
Man should beat his wife.
Was it 4 things that he can beat? A dog, a woman?
Yeah.
To get right.
To keep them in right track. Yes. To keep them in right track, because they are less intelligent, as Prabhupada said, in a higher status of life also, not ordinary, and woman by nature, that's woman's nature, and bodily conception of life, and also elsewhere in Srimad Bhagavatam says, women are 9 times greater lusty than men. 9 times greater. This is all Srimad Bhagavatam says. You understand? And to bring them to Krishna consciousness, to control their senses, keep them on the right track, such thing is sometimes needed. It's for general, it's general, not exceptional woman. Who is exceptional like that, Mataji? I never think you are exceptional woman. I beg the dust from your lotus feet because you are so elevated. Exceptional. It's a general characteristic. Do you understand, Mataji? Please excuse me. I never hurt you. You are an exceptional lady. Yes. Yes?
There are several lectures where Prabhupada says other statements, like in general these statements are given, but there are certain lectures where Prabhupada says a devotee woman is not less intelligent, but they are the most intelligent.
I said this is general.
Yes.
I never said exceptional case.
I'm not criticizing you, I'm just making a statement.
You are, why you criticize me?
No.
I never give anything of mine.
And also,
Yes. This is only a question of misunderstanding, nothing else. Those who come to this path, women, they are exceptional women. They are not general women. This is for general characteristic.
I think a lot of women get a little upset because many times men don't behave in the correct way that they should do. So they're thinking that...
That should be mutual, nice understanding. Nice understanding. You see how Kardamoni makes her nice things. You understand? This is a question of understanding. You understand? And there is misunderstanding. Therefore such things take place. And misunderstanding is a poison. It's a poison. You understand? Misunderstanding is a poison. So you get the poisonous effect. It's poisonous effect. Let that be no misunderstanding. If you can accept this tattva, there will be no misunderstanding. No, not at all. Not at all. Yes.
What happens if the woman, although they're married in Krishna consciousness, and the man is giving some instruction that she will not accept in any way?
That Srila Prabhupada was given in this activity, marriage of Kardamoni, devotee, read. Many good instructions are given to the devoted wife. How a wife should be devoted to the husband if the husband is a Vaishnava. You read it. You read it. If some woman will disgrace, he is liable to be punishment. Disgrace is sadhu and shastra. You understand? Yes, Lagari Prabhu.
Devotee ladies, I have experienced all the time. They're thinking because they're womanly body, they are the gopis, superior in nature to the ordinary husband.
Don't be on a speculative platform, Baba. Don't be on this speculative platform.
Maybe Maharaj, the women are reading about the Mahabhagavat Grihastha, and they're expecting maybe their husband. Why not you are Mahabhagavat? Why not you sing Krishna all the time?
When we are saying it cannot be done. One night Rome was not built. No one saying it. One night Rome was not built. Gradual. Thank you.
Govinda Maharaj ki